So we ran a little short on the previous video. So again, we're trying to figure out here, is there another way to get to the area of the lateral part of the sector, or sorry, of the cone, which is the sector, without actually going through a proportion. So we're going to let the letter L represent the lateral edge instead of capital R. That way we're not confusing an R with another R. So, and then the radius of the base of the cone will still be R. So we're going to use a ratio, that's the radius ratio, and we're going to use an area ratio. So between the two ratios, using only R and L and whatever formulas we have for area, can you find that final answer for X? If you get a proportion that happens to be a fraction in that final answer, can that fraction be simplified even further to get to that final answer? So again, if you weren't sure what to do because I ran short on that last video, go ahead and think about the problem, work on it, turn the video back on when you're done, and then we'll talk about the final answer. So the area of the big circle, which would be the complete circle for the sector, that would be pi times L squared. And then the ratio of the radii would be R over L. So what we have here is we got R's and L's in this problem. So if I cross multiply, it's going to be L times X is equal to pi times L squared times R. And then to solve for the lateral area, we're going to need to divide both sides by L. So when you do that, hopefully you notice that we have a bunch of L's. So on the left side, L divided by L is going to be just simply X. On the right side, I'm going to rewrite this a bit. So instead of doing L squared, I'm going to do L times L times the R. And like I did on the left side, I do have an L divided by L, which would be, again, the value of 1, as long as L is not 0. So on the right side, what we're left with is pi LR. And so that is actually the fastest way to get to the area of sector, which is the lateral area of a cone. So we go back to the previous problem. We're going to use the pi RL just to demonstrate that we do actually end up with this approximately the same answer. So in this problem here, we had the lateral area being about 1187. So the area of the sector is pi RL. So if I would multiply the R value of 13 and the L value of 29.1, the exact area of that lateral piece would be 378.3 pi. And if I multiply that by 3.14, we get 1,187.862, which is the same answer we got when we set the proportion. So on your, you're going to be getting a volume toolkit today. So when we get to the volume toolkit, we're going to be adding in not only the volume formula for a cone, but also the surface area formula for a cone. So we do have now a formula for the lateral part of the surface area of cone. So again, it's made up of two pieces. There's the circle itself, the base, and then there's the lateral piece. So the lateral piece is going to be the pi RL, or pi LR. If you please write in your notes what the circle part would be to finish off the total surface area of the cone. If you have any questions, please let me know.